Hi and welcome once again for the second time in European Racing Organization. My name is Vilzu and today I am commentating the second race of the season 4 in F2 division. We are racing today in Suzuka in Japanese Grand Prix, and currently what we are seeing in Discord is something unusual. So at the moment we are having 12 drivers, but we can go with the track basics before if something happens before start. Your stream start. Thank you, Maxro. Thank you. I'm going to do that every time. Perfect. Okay, so we are going with the Suzuka track. What is going to be like? The circuit can be used in 5 configurations: the car full circuit, the motorcycle full circuit, the Suzuka East, Suzuka West car, and Suzuka West motorcycle configurations. The east portion of the course consists of the pit straight to the first half of the Dunlop curve, and the Dunlop curve is one of the most famous corners in Formula 1. Just saying that Suzuka is also one of the most classic circuits worldwide. If we are not talking about with the tracks inside of Europe. Okay, I will close now the Discord just because Voitinho is the league host is frustrating at the moment. We are having 12 drivers today, so it means that we are missing few drivers, but at least 12 drivers are better than nothing. The big question is, can Otapa go a race without the Spinalla? Well, hello Axel, welcome. Well, last week in John Gacho's stream, I mean on video clip, we saw that Otapa spun and John Gacho's race got ruined by that. Well, not ruined, of course, but okay, we are starting the qualifying session in Japanese Grand Prix, and let's see how the weather will be. At the moment we are seeing full dry at the Guoli, no threats of rain as I'm seeing. I check those audios. Okay, this is good. And then I think we should fastest lap detail. Let's go with the fitted telemetry. No. There we go. Now we have everything. No rain, shake my head. But Juan, why you're not driving? Just asking. So now currently at the outside of the track are Bjarne and Freie Pepper. And Voitinho retired in the pit lane to avoid the potential collision at the start, because in this circuit it's very difficult to keep your position at the start, just because Suzuka is one of the most difficult circuits at the calendar, one of the most. No, I don't do it for avoiding collision. Yep, Voitinho, you said it. So Bjarne is the first driver to set the fastest lap soon. Okay, this is Voitino, calm down now, please. Calm down. Bjarne is starting his hot lap. And heading into the first corner here, drivers can go easily with the fourth gear, or even third if they take that risk and want some more power to the SS. SS as well is one of the most tricky sections of the track, and Bjarne is heading to the sector 1's point, and it's 31.9. No invalidated lap because of that, and not from that as well. Lucky one. So 31 is kind of slow sector 1 time for the first drive, but I think that we can see lots of improvements from Bjarne from others as well. Freya Pepper did 31.8, so it means that he's in at the faster lap at the moment. Bjarne heading to the second sector. It is very interesting that on this straight, drivers don't have DRS. In my opinion, it should be on this straight as well. Okay, Bjarne, last chicane. And 128.0 is his first try attempt. And then Freya Pepper comes in and takes the provisional pole 127.6. So like I said, that Bjarne didn't have even good qualifying pace. Williams driver Tobias, who won last Saturday in his Aero debut, gets the provisional pole 127.2. So nice for the Austrian, looking very promising already. John Gaccio is having invalidated lap, and then the Red Bull driver JJ Dark is finishing as well his lap. This isn't pole position, 129.1, sorry. Pardon me. Edzax takes the third position, and then Otapov with fifth, but only on the medium, so remember that. 128.5. 128.2, so excuse me now. So at the moment Tobias is having perhaps, yep, almost 5/10 faster lap than Freya Pepper. So this is looking very strong from the Austrian, who won by very good safety car strategy last Saturday. It was a very smart move for him to start with the softs and to finish the race with hards and winning the gamble. Pricky, third fastest at the moment. So, and his lap is 127.9. So at the moment, third and fourth position are having tight battle for the P3. Let's see how the last week's pole position driver for Mercedes, Timats, is doing in Suzuka. He said that this is one of his most difficult tracks of this calendar, and he takes the third position, 127.7. So not even close of a professional pole. Tobias is having very calm lead. Otapa should race for Red Bull all those alternative strategies. Good point, good point. Looking into it. Oh boy, what is happening on Discord? Sorry if I was silent. Any new drivers on the new lap? JJ Dark is having very slow lap with these old softs, so there's no time improvements. Fireshot Ryan is on the... Okay, he's on the fast lap, as it's not like that he's on the fast lap with the mediums. Otapa sets with the new set of softs, as I'm seeing. And there's yellows like in every point of the track, but now Fireshot Ryan takes the fastest Sector 1 lap time. But at least that we have now 13 drivers. It's better than having 10, but at the moment I don't know what. Yeah, this is those 2 days. But Eros growing up, and drivers need to take the responsibility to say that are they driving or not. But okay, Juan. Let's check it out how Fireshot Ryan finishes his lap with the mediums. It's looking very fast for him, or does it? Well, it isn't. 1:31.5, and he's faster than John Gaccio, but Gaccio and Vetlen hadn't even done the lap, and Bjarne got disqualified for driving for the wrong way, so he starts from the last position. Actually, it was very weird that he started disqualified. Oh, and there's a spin. He lost it over steer. So there's lots of yellows, and Vetlen is struggling with the broken front wing, so at least there's still 8 minutes time to fit a new wing and new time. But Tobias is looking very strong, improving his time from Sector 1 by 2/10. So let's see how the Austrian is doing. Great improvement, 1:10.5 on the second sector. Over half of a second faster. The last corner, very bumpy one, and it's 1:26.8. Almost a sector faster than Faria Pepper, and then John Gaccio with the second fastest lap with Racing Point 1:27.1. So he's doing good with the Racing Point. Fortunately, hoping better result for him today, and Edzax is almost at the finish line, and he's improving his time as well. How the Latvian is doing? Oh, little touch with the grass. Fourth fastest 1:27.666. 665 says the game. But nice lap for the Latvian, the driver who made his first ever podium in Aero after driving over 3 seasons here. So the time was right for him to finally get it. Let's check it out, Otapa's time on the onboard, now that there's nothing happening. Let's see how the Slovakian is handling the SS. He easy does it with the 5th gear. 4/10 of a second improvement. Looking strong for Mercedes. Both Mercedes. Timothy's now starting his hot lap. He's just behind Otapa. Let's see how did he... Oh, he lost it, but he got invalidated, so he has still time. 6 minutes to go. And Otapa's Sector 2 time almost almost second faster time is coming for Slovakian, so very fast and promising for the young driver at Mercedes. Last corners, almost lost it, but can keep it on control. And fourth fastest 127.3, and that is a great lap. Unfortunately, that little oversteer just in the last corner bought him some time. Fry Pepper with 7th fastest. Timats is starting now his last lap, so we can go with him. I wait to the first sector what is the time improvement for Timats, and then I go to get some coffee to the commentary box. Very smoothly he can handle the SS, even though he said that SS is one of the hardest corners for him. Sector 1, oh, there's no improvement, and another invalidated. Looks like rain on the cloud. No, there's no rain. No rain at all. Fireshot Ryan went wide to the gravel. Wetland now on his hot lap. Haven't even done a lap. If Voitino, you are on the chat at the moment, invite Juan, because I guess he can now race just because he was at bathroom. Sorry guys to hear that. But we need the goat of comebacks. And Otapa gets a 5 place grid penalty with the collision with Bricky. So this is not looking great for him. So, but I think there's lots of talking right now on the Discord to check it out whose fault it was. I don't actually know. Vettel finishing his lap 128.7, and now every driver except Voitinho has done a lap. So it's 3:40 left to go. So we are waiting now the last runners. F1 is like Moises, every time there is rain it goes out of the way. Okay. Yeah, I get it. At the moment, before heading to the last round, Tobias is having provisional pole, 126.8. John Gaccio at Racing Point is on the second place. Ahmed third. Williams looking strong, just like in Australia. Otapa fourth, but if he's finishing his qualifying at this position, he will drop to the 9th position. Bricky 5th, Edzak 6th, Fry Pepper 7th, Timats 8th. He needs to do good lap. Matthews, Wetland 9th, JJ Dark 10th, and Short Ryan 11th. Bjarne disqualified, and Christian is saying expecting rain in 10 minutes, but it can't arrive. It can't arrive. Okay, Sunday 50% of rain, perhaps. So now I'm going mute, just like real quick, and taking some coffee. Wow. Okay, I missed something. John Gaccio got a collision with Bricky, if I'm seeing right, and he retired. Yep, a collision, and Otapa, thank God he was on the out lap. Edzak starting his lap, so we can now focus on it. He can go with the last run as well. Okay, Juan, I'm not going to read that on the chat. I mean, I'm not going to read that. Sorry, mate. Edzak's coming to the first sector. and no improvement, but he is on the busy lap. He needs to find the speed to start the last lap because 1 minute to go for the Latvian. But anything is possible. So let's see who are on the now in fast lap. Freya Pepper is a first driver. Or is it JJ? Yeah, it's JJ. So let's focus on the Red Bull driver first, at what he is doing. Sector 2, Wetland retired. JJ is improving with 3/10. Into the last chicane in 1989, where Senna and Prost collided. JJ 5/100 of a second improvement and stays with 10th position. Okay, and Edzax is not going to the last lap. Smart move for him, saving the tires. And then Ahmed is now the closest one. He is improving. Sector 2 is his fastest. 1.1 tenths of a second improvement. Pakistani driver looking very strong. Last corner, what is his time? Not provisional pole, 1:26.8, but not even a tenth of a second behind. Nice lap for Pakistanis. And now Timats. He's improving 3/10, but is it enough for the pole position? Let's see. Going with the 4th gear at the chicane. And stays 8th position. Wow. And improved 6/10. Bricky Otapa coming on the gearbox. Bricky 3rd. What is Otapa doing? Pole position! Pole position for the Slovakian. Hinta. Just like I'm saying at the Finnish language. Great lap for Slovakian. Congratulations, but Tobias gets the provisional pole. I celebrated too early. 1:26.4. And Otapa's time 1:26.5. What a last laps. I'm very proud of Otapa, the second driver at the Mercedes, and he beaten his teammate Timats. But the pole sitter is here. He's Tobias from Austria. His first ever pole position in Aero and the Williams seat. Great job for him. But here we are saying that there's 3 drivers with 5 place grid penalties. There's Otapa, Bricky and John Gatsu. So the top 3 is Tobias, Ahmed and Edzax. Well, Edzax starting from P3, so I'm very happy about it. And then for a Pepper, Timats, Wetland, Jayla Dog, Fireshot Ryan, Voitino didn't score the time, and Bjarne disqualified by driving to the wrong way. Otapa shutting mouths. Yep, Otapa is the new Hamilton. Maybe. Holy. He was my teammate when I was in F2. What a joke, the 5 places. Otapa. Yeah. Nice, Maxro. At the moment the weather looks very dry. Sunny or half clouds. So no threats of rain. Maybe. Perhaps. No rain this stupid. My prediction, a driver dies this race at 130 R. Otapa isn't streaming today. That was a question, sorry. Huh. So, what is it? Is it like about 27 laps in 50% race? Because I don't remember right. But we are seeing it very soon. 13 drivers today. It's over 50% or so. We're having very interesting race. Both Williams starting 1-2. 27 race, I was right. And let's go interval and position change and yep, let's go with this. So currently if Tobias is winning today, he extends his championship lead with a huge amount because Fireshot Ryan needs to do a lot of work to fight to the podium positions as he is starting from P11. And is he going with the... Yeah, he is starting with fresh sort of tires. So we are going... Every driver from 13 are going with the softs. Of course, the 10 fastest are going with the old softs. And Shot Ryan, Voitinho, Bjarne. And yeah, these three are going with the fresh softs. I don't actually know that has there happened any time that Williams gets 1-2 in Aero history. I don't remember from last season that there happened something like this. So maybe not. Maybe not. There will be 3 safety cars in my prediction. 2 safety cars at least. In 50% races there are always 2 safety cars, but the third one might be a glitch. One. Drivers reforming to the grid. Tobias leading the pack. Then comes Ahmed, Edzax, Frye Pepper. Very good qualifying for him. Maybe perhaps his best ever. And then Mercedes, Otapa and Timats. What is very funny that Otapa still keeps his position better than Timats. So let's see what Mercedes are doing today's race. Vetlen, Pricky, JJ Dog, John Gaccio, Farishat Ryan, Voitinho and Bjarne. The camera looks strange, but okay, we are ready to go. 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go at the second race in F2 division here in Japan, Suzuka. Tobias with a very strong start. There's a lot of drivers cleanly going to the first corner. Ahmed keeps his second position and then Frye Pepper, nice start from him, overtakes Edzax and takes the third place. John Gaccio also had a good start, overtaking JJ Dog to advance to the 9th position. Both Mercedes, they switched places. Timats takes the leading place and then Otapa with the 6th position. But very clean start from everyone, nicely won. And then Vetlen bumped, took a little hit to Otapa's rear wing. Hopefully nothing happened. Okay. I know there's going to be a lot of talks in the right now. Vetlen with the very stupid dive bomb, losing it and colliding with Timats. What is happening on the first lap of the race? How can this goes any unlucky for Timats, who had a nice race in Australia? But look at this. Both Williams drivers very calmly at the in the first lap, having over maybe 2-second gap for Frye Pepper, and then comes a big train of cars. Yep, Otapa survived it. Tobias leads. Ahmed is second. Frye Pepper third. Edzax fourth. Otapa fifth. Pricky sixth. John Gaccio seventh. Shot Ryan eighth. Voitinho ninth. Timats 10th. Vetlen pitting, and then JJ Dog and Bjarne. And I'm seeing that he's ghosting. Maybe bad internet connection, I don't know. But let's go with Edzax on board. That there is battle to the third place. And now the game is lagging. Like you are seeing it. Timats isn't leading, chat, if you're thinking about it. No, he isn't. He's on the... He dropped to the second last place. There you go, he's 12th at the moment. And now Otapa is just behind of Bricky, who is having strong race. Of course he had a very good qualifying as well. But is Otapa going to attack to the chicane? Maybe doing a little dive bomb or something? Breaking into the chicane. And not doing any harsh moves. DRS open. Oh, it's not DRS because it says that it's lap 3, but now it's lap 3. And Bricky takes the 4th position from Edzax. Clean move, nicely done. No bad things. And then let's go with the shot Ryan, who has done nope. 3 positions up, but Bricky has 4 positions. But it was... Both are looking very strong at the first laps. Shot Ryan in the first corner under the tunnel, little tunnel I mean, and he lost the front wing because JJ Dog and they both run wide. But here is my theory that JJ Dog didn't give any space for fire shot, and he's lost a big piece of damage from the front wing. Let's go with the Williams. They're both looking very strong. Vettel crashed, not crashed, spun before sector 3. Sector 1, I mean, sorry. And he gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings and no safety car. Otapa can now use DRS, same as Bricky, but Fire Pepper is calmly ahead. And now we have virtual safety car when Matheus Vettel crashed in 12th corner. And 12th corner, like others, is very bumpy one, so the oversteering is possible and the car can lost it easily. At the moment, after the 4 laps after the 4 laps in virtual safety car at the moment, Tobias, Ahmed, both Williams drivers dominating the race with a good gap, over 2-second gap of R.A. Pepper, who had a very good start, overtaking Edzax. Then Bricky, Otapa, and his teammate Timats is now at the last place because Matheus Vettel had a little dive bomb crash with Dutchman, and DRS enabled, and we are back at racing. Tobias calmly leading, and now Otapa is just behind of Bricky's gearbox. Little locking, braking, brake locking I mean. DRS open, but it's not enough. Look at the distance of Bricky and Otapa. It's very far. Okay, Bjarne is back at racing. And now Edzax is losing places. Now we have lost 4 places just after John Gaccio overtook him at the first corner on the main straight. Let's go with the tires settings as well. Fireshot Ryan and Timats fitted to the new hards, so these both drivers are going to the end. At this track it's easy to go with hards over 20 laps. Now look at this. Otapa just behind Bricky. Bricky leaving little space, but it was enough to Otapa to slow down. Okay, now he's lost it on Dunlop. Bjarne as well battling now with the Edzax. Edzax is very struggling with these softs just after 4 laps. I think there's a lot of drivers who started from top 10 had difficulties. Okay, Brick is now just behind Fire Pepper. Let's go with the rear wing camera. Is Bricky doing something? No, he isn't. But going inside, and he sends it. Nice move from the Dutchman, and now Bricky takes the 3rd place with Alfa Romeo. Great job, nicely won. And now Fire Pepper is struggling on the SS. JJ Dog retired on the 3rd corner, and it's another virtual safety car. Let's see how he retired. Can we see the car? Yep. He oversteered badly, and Fire Pepper as well retired. But okay, as I'm seeing that he gave up because his car is still moving on the track. But retiring on the track if you are giving up is not legal. It's illegal, it's dangerous, it may be a glitch that causes some drivers a collision if they're trying to pass. Vilzu, if you could pick anyone from this race to be your teammate in F1, who will it be? I'll try to remember that question after this race. I'll say then, who won, me. And we are back at racing, 20 laps to go at the Japanese Grand Prix. Look at this strong pace for both Williams. They're calmly dominating the race. Unfortunately, we didn't saw something like this at Australia, because Australia, comparing to Japan, is much complicated track. It's a street circuit and not motor circuit. Otapa now to 3rd position. I totally forgot he overtook Bricky on the main straight. Pardon me about that, but nice strong race for Slovakian. Timats now crossed the sector 2 line. He's so far. Timats' only savior is safety car, so it's Fireshot Ryan's savior. Only battle what we are seeing at the moment is battle of Otapa and Bricky, so let's focus on this. 3 retirements, Vetlen, JJ Dog and Fire Pepper, all 3 perhaps retired on the same lap, theoretically, but Vetlen retired much earlier. His race totally went downhill after the collision with Timats, and I think there's a little reportion coming up. Otapa is locking his brake much easier than Bricky himself. Little Yellows was at this last section, but nothing very bad happened. Let's go with Otapa's rear wing a little while. See how calmly he can take this SS. At the moment what we are seeing that Otapa is catching Ahmed. John Gazzo retired. Maybe on the pits, but I don't see where he retired. Let's see. I don't know. I don't actually know where he retired, but Ahmed is at danger. Now we have 9 drivers, so all these 9 drivers are getting points. But 9 drivers, if they're finishing the race, this doesn't look good, because we needed more drivers, but everyone points. Let's go. Yeah, it is what it is now. This is Aero, this is Rebuilding League, we are going with this. and we have to enjoy it, and we have to enjoy that this is our league, and I'm very proud that I'm commentating this F2 division. At the moment, Otapa is taking a calm and safely gap for Pricky with over 6 tenths, so it's looking much better for him. But in this DRS straight, the straight speed is very good. But from Pricky's circumstances, it isn't enough, and not again. But strongly is Otapa driving. Oh, Pricky almost went wide to the gravel. Traviscan easily lost it on the as that well. Bjarne and Voitinho are keeping their positions 5th and 6th. Edzax has dropped a lot, but he's set to the new mediums very early on the race though. So I think this is a very interesting strategy for Latvian. Is he going to finish with the sub mediums? Because he just behind is Fireshot Ryan with the hards, and we know that both hard runners are going to the end. Now Tobias is pitting, and let's see which tires is Austrian going to fit. And it's hards. Yep, new set of hards, and the end to the end with this set. Pricky and Otapa also pitted, and they are also going with the hards. So only driver on the track at the moment with much difficult strategy is Edzax with the mediums. So he needs to drive as fast as possible, or taking. Oh, Otapa lost it, and Pricky said thank you very much and took his positions. With the cold tires, that is also very possible. Ahmed is now leading, Bjarne second, Voitinho is third, but these three drivers are pitting very soon. Maybe to the mediums, maybe to the hards. We see it very soon. Very big train at the moment. Pricky, Otapa, Edzax and Fireshot Ryan. But Otapa ain't giving up. It's looking very strong for him. New set of hearts. Very early goes alive. And I guess that hearts are working much better than mediums. But we have to see that how much time Edzax will lose with these three other drivers. Ahmed pitted, but Voitinho and Bjarne ain't. Otapa DRS open. Okay, none of these four drivers didn't make any moves. But let's go with the battle for first place. Bjarne and Voitinho battling with fresh sets of softs, but they're now at the moment very old, as we know it. But if Pricky is creating much bigger gap for these top two drivers, there's potentially very easily will become a undercut for Voitinho or Bjarne. But as I'm saying right now that it isn't enough. Yep, it is in 17 seconds is Voitinho's and Pricky's gap, and they easily can overcut both of these drivers. Is Ferrari driving? Ferrari driver going to the pit lane. Yep, Bjarne is still staying. So as I can see that he is very easily maintaining those softs. So now this is his hammer time. So he needs to take a very fast lap to undercut Voitinho and probably also Pricky, Wotapa and these drivers. Now we are having some little action. Let's go with the fourth. The leader of the pack. If you have any questions to ask, then hit me up. I will answer to those as soon as possible. Okay, now I can answer to that question, Kosic. I would like to pick Otapa. We are very good friends. That is my answer for that. But we need to keep an eye as well to the third and fourth place. Ahmed is not only that 3 seconds far from Pricky, that I think that I'm Pricky maybe locking his brakes. Thank God he was ghosting. Fortunately he was ghosting. Voitinho takes his position. And now Otapa is the back leader. Ryan very near of Edzax. Almost hit him. Now into the main straight. But look at the straight speed for Edzax. Pressing the overtake button is a huge advantage, because overtaking is very difficult if you are having overtake button on. Looking very strong. Bjarne still continuing with these old softs. Tobias is catching him very fast, probably over 0.5 of a second per lap. So let's focus on this. But we don't need to that much because we know that Tobias will easily overtake him. Currently still I'm very impressed by those mediums. Voitinho as well going with the same strategy as Edzax, going to the end with mediums. So can they maintain in those tires to the end? Bjarne now fitting after 13 laps with the good softs. He's going with the mediums, so we need to keep an eye of the Dutchman. He has the most fresh mediums for the end of the race. 13 laps, so it's going to be interesting. Voitinho with the fastest lap, 1:30.5, and fires at Ryan. And he's spun, maybe, but keep it under control. Nice Tokyo drifting. Dun, 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 dun. Pardon me. Just joking. Well, I was singing because we are racing in Japan, and Tokyo Drift is based on Japan. Very obvious. But I think Otapa gave enough space as possible, and now Fireshot Ryan got 3-second time penalty. Ahmed has gained a good gap for Otapa. Pricky and Bjarne are having a tight battle very soon, because Bjarne is just over a second behind. Let's keep an eye on Voitinho. He's very close to fire. At least with the 9 drivers we're having good fights. Tobias fastest lap 1:30.4, but we are knowing that he is winning this race. Maybe, perhaps. But it looks very strong and nice lead for the Austrian. He's keeping that championship momentum with him. since the beginning. Edzak struggling with the main straight speed. Didn't use any of the overtake button. And now, as we can see, that Otapa is running away, and Pricky has left. Probably a lag, but I can invite him back. Wait a second. Whoa. Was he Pricky as a 0? It was this. Williams is the new Mercedes. Facts. You're welcome, Pricky. What? Oh! Fire shot Ryan at the same corner on the Dunlap corner spun as Sebastian Vettel in 2018. So now I can say finally it's been Alla. Something very fun facts about that same corner that in the season 2 in F1 division I had a big crash with Libanov. Libanov spun on Dunlap and I drove just to the side pod of Libanov's car and I retired. So it was very stupid for move from him. I have still nightmares about it. So now the battle for the third place is Otapa, Edzak and Voitinho, but their gaps are not small enough that there's nothing overtaking happening very soon. Well, fire shot line fortunately didn't have got any damage, but is strongly catching Bjarne. Hello, hello Adam. 13 peoples? Yep, 13 peoples. Just because someone didn't even report the abstention, and yeah, you know the result. Just check the Discord, but not telling about. I'm focusing now on the commentary. Battle of Netherlands starting now between Fireshot Ryan and Bjarne. Now we have 10 laps to go to the finish. Old Hearts versus fresh mediums. Going outside. Nah, not doing descending. But perhaps on the straight because Bjarne doesn't have DRS. So let's see, is he using overtake? Of course he is using it. But yeah, Shot Ryan didn't have any speed. Very unfortunate for Timats after the lap 1 incident between Matthias Vettel and he is having very boring race. 9th position, but he is taking 2 points to the pocket for Mercedes, but his teammate is doing absolutely great job on the silver arrows, or are we going to say black arrows? He had made great gap for Edzak over 2 seconds, and now we are looking for fight for Voitinho and Edzak. These 3 drivers, Otapa, Edzak and Voitinho, we 4 have something in common, but I'm not going to spoil it. And now we are looking for the battle for medium runners, so now we are having very neutral one. Voitinho did very smartly. Little braking just before this very difficult fourth last sector. I mean corner. It is the 15th corner of the circuit. And now, yeah, he took the 4th place, but Edzak, yeah, I was thinking about it that the old medios can't go to the end, so Edzak is trying with 9 laps with the fresh softs. So he's podium chances dropped little. Can you check the penalties, please? Okay, let's check those out. Otapa's penalties, he is having no. Voitinho, no penalties. Fireshot Ryan, 1 penalty. Bjarne, 1 penalty. Pricky, 2 warnings. Not so many penalties. Very interesting. So, are we going to see battle for podium at the last laps of the race? Otapa with the still with kind of a fresh hards, Voitinho with fresh mediums, and Tobias another fastest lap 1:30.3. Fireshot Ryan had 1 penalty with old softs, old hards, sorry. Bjarne with the fresh mediums at the moment. I didn't catch it. Does Ahmed have any penalties? Okay. Ahmed, I guess he doesn't have. Okay, he has one penalty, 3 seconds. So Otapa is still far ahead from Ahmed's gap, so he needs to push for the last laps to try to fight for the second place. But it's looking very promising for him. Also, Edzax is now still chance for Otapa for the P2. Yep, there's still chances. Edzax catching with the first softs, the Timats. Yellows. It was Tobias. I think he ran a little wide, slowed a little bit, but maintained his car on the track. Nice moves. Let's go with the battle for 8th place. We have now 7 laps to go for the European Racing Organization's F2 division, Japanese Grand Prix. It has been a very interesting one. 9 drivers still driving, and Voitinho takes the 3-second time penalty. So right at the moment, Otapa can take easily the 3rd place with Mercedes, because Voitinho might drop out, but anything's possible. There can be retirements, there can be still the safety car for the last laps, but we are not sure yet. Now Edzax attacking into Timats with the fresh softs. Is it enough? And okay, I don't know what to say about that. Timats waved, I think. I don't know what to say about that. I don't actually know, because Timats didn't gave any like a space for Edzax. So let the stewards do. I recorded. Farai Pepper, I'm going to quit F2. But actually why? Please, don't. Know your place. That my motto is also in Aero, that know your place. If you're driving that tier, you have to stay there, and you're giving your best shot, even though there sometimes can be very unlucky days. But it's up to you if you... Yep, sorry about that. We need to focus on this race, but Edzax still fighting, didn't give up on Timats yet. Well, currently now Edzax doesn't have any momentum. Well, what is interesting now that Voitinho started to push, and now he's catching Otapa, but we know And now, yeah, we are seeing that Otapa is on the danger because of Voitinho, but okay, it's another yellows. It's Bricky, but he's struggling with the car. He lagged out early, and he resetted to the track. Resetting to the track is forbidden. You can't do that as well. You need to keep this racing on realistic one, and he left. Oh boy, lots of talking, lots of conversation after this race are for sure coming up. I'm voting with the fastest lap, 129.9. Nobody cares if you're on a fast lap EDC. Well then, in that case, you need to report it, the clip. We are here, the stewards are here to check it out every report and do the best possible result. And penalty points are also given, so the drivers will know them. 5 laps to go. Both Williams easily leading the race. The Japan fitted both of these drivers. Nice driving. Voitinho uses a little bit of overtake button on the straight, but Otapa is having nice race pace. Now in the DRS zone. What can Polish driver do? The host of the league. Otapa but defended his position. Come on, Otapa, just out of P2. Yep, it's still, but I think it's not enough because Otapa needs to secure much more time. He needs to take perhaps under 3-second gap. It is the common fact. 4 laps to go, and now Voitinho is not messing around. He's really trying to fight for the last podium position of the race, because their retirements can be as well possible. So what we are going to see is quite of a battle, but I need to check it out that Ahmed's penalties, he still has only 1 penalty. So at the moment Otapa is taking the last podium position with Mercedes, and if Otapa catches it, it is his 2nd ever podium in European Racing Organization. And Tobias is having a win streak on 2 wins. Looking very strong for Austrian. Ahmed retired last week in Australia. It was the 2nd DRS straight where he retired, causing the safety car, and now he is taking his first ever podium. But now Voitinho needs to try to do the overtake now or never, or is he? No. Otapa is having good. Otapa is defending very nicely and clearly. That's the thing what we want to do in the league. And now it's Edzak's turn trying to overtake Timac, but his overtake ERS is on low. He has 2% of ERS. Imagine Otapa and Voitinho both on podium. Well, that would be very crazy. If there's something happens on the front row with 3 laps to go of the race. Only battle what is at the moment is this. Voitinho needs to lead the ARS for 2 laps and attack at the end. Yep. Facts, low-key. What up? bro, by the way. Welcome to the chat to the last laps of the race. Ahmed steals the fastest lap from Tobias 129.9, and that's a hell of a lap. Tobias did 130, but Ahmed can do much better. Nice lap from him. 2 laps to go, and we are seeing very common, very famous cars fighting for podium position, Mercedes and Ferrari. I would love to see this in real Formula 1, but after watching the Belgium Grand Prix qualifying, Ferrari is in danger. They are in the trouble right now. But Voitino has the 3-second penalty, hasn't he? Yeah, and Otapa has none, I think. Otapa has no penalties, and Voitino has only 1. Look at Edzax, yeah. Well, Edzax is right now attacking, but we know Timat is aggressive defender. He's famous about it, or from it. Ah, now they're both really close of each other. So let's go with this. I need to check it out. Otapa and Voitino. Second last lap starting. Nope. Otapa nicely defending the 3rd place. Okay, Timat has much better exit for the last corners than Edzak, so he's keeping his positions alive. But look at this gap between these 2 drivers. Nice battle from Voitino and Otapa, but we know how the results will be. Fireshot Ryan as well had penalties, so we don't need to worry about that. So Otapa is calmly securing his 2nd ever podium in European Racing Organization. Last time he took the podium was at April at Italian Grand Prix in F2 division, where he finished on 3rd position on very changeable conditions. And he was driving at Haas back then. Last lap starting at the Japanese Grand Prix, Tobias easily and calmly had leaded every lap of the race. And there's a lot of promising that are we going to see Tobias in F1 tier at some day? Perhaps. But now this is Voitino's last chance to attack into Otapa. If it isn't, then okay, now it's okay, he's sending it almost, but Otapa had a nice reflexes and to keep his position, and that's it. Otapa is taking the 3rd place, but never say never. Just to remember that. Timat is keeping his 7th place, but I know that my Edzax might report the incident between them after what Timat did for Edzax. Leaving him no space, but I don't know about that yet. But let's focus on the race winner. He takes the purple sector 2, so he's on the fast lap. After this race, we are having press conference between top 3 of drivers. Tobias, Ahmed and Otapa are coming there. Here's your race winner from Austria. He's a Williams driver, Tobias. Nice win. GG. It's his 2nd win in a row in Aero F2. Well done, well done. Ahmed, his teammate from Pakistan. First Asian driver to secure podium in Aero. Ahmed, 1-2 for Williams. What a glory days might these be if Williams will be that strong. And then Otapa for Mercedes. 3 Mercedes cars in podium. Well done for Otapa, his 2nd ever podium. Eero Voitino, 4th place. Nice comeback from the P12. He's a driver of the day. Fireshot Ryan with 5th place. Bjarne 6th. another Mercedes driver, team at 7th place. Unfortunately, his race ended on the bad way just in the first lap of the race. Congratulations for the winner and the podium, and as I say, Voitinho is the driver of the day for sure. Williams 1-2. I would love to see this. Again, I'm seeing not okay. Not focusing on the Discord right now. Nice podium for everyone, and especially for Otapa. He's looking very strong with the Mercedes in the second tier. And look at the penalties. Everyone had only 3-second penalty. So the track isn't that hard to focus on the corners. Here's your last classification. Tobias, Ahmed, Otapa, top 3. Three Mercedes engine cars. Then Voitinho, Fireshot Ryan, Bjarne, Timats, Edzax, and Pricky. Then retirements, John Gatcho, Freya Pepper, JJ Dog, and Matthews Vetland. There's your final results for the race. And now we are starting the press conference just in a second. I will mute myself. So it was Tobias. There we go. Hyvää iltaa, hyvää iltaa. And we can start the press conference at the moment. So congratulations for both of the podium finishers at the race, with the race winner Tobias winning the second time in a row in Aero F2 division. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then if we are not getting your teammate Ahmed for the party, then we can go with third finisher, his second ever podium in Aero history, Otapa. Congratulations with Mercedes. Okay, so I was saying that if we don't get Ahmed to the press conference, then we can go ahead to the Otapa with congratulations with your second ever podium in European racing organizations. And now, sorry Otapa, I need to mismatch you, but I have a question for race winner first.
Thank you.
Tobias, yeah, this was your second ever victory and second in a row in European Racing Organization, and you dominated this race with famous Williams team just from the just from the starts. Did you had any chat with Ahmed that are you going to have a pit stop strategy, or did you just watch that what your teammate is going to do first?
Yeah, I have no plan with him, and I wasn't even in a party with him, but I thought he should pit a few laps before because he struggled with oversteer and so on. but he didn't. I was a bit surprised, and yeah, then I beat it on lap 9, and yeah, I was going to the end on these tires. Pretty good.
Pretty good, nice indeed. Otapa, before I ask you something, you have to share your voice on the party because yeah, they can't. Okay. Uh, Chat, can you hear Otapa? So I guess they won't hear it. I think it's you go to the okay. Yeah, yeah. Now it's better. Now it's much better.
Better, better.
So now to the Otapa. Yeah, this was your second ever podium in European Racing Organization history, and you did absolutely great job battling against Voitin on the last lap. So, what was your strategy into the race? Did those hearts fit it well? Mm. Of course. Nice, nicely done for both of you. First question for Tobias before to the native language that now you are leading very calmly this championship standings at the moment, so are you still going to send a few wins at the future to keep your lead at the secured?
Now in German, okay?
Otapa, can you mute your mic a while because I need to hear Tobias. So okay.
In German now.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Can you repeat what you said at English because I didn't hear you?
Yeah, the next races, I don't know what Vietnam is next,
Vietnam.
or
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think this track, I would say something to the other guys. Yeah, it's really hard to hook this track up. Yeah, especially the first sector. I was really impressed from Otapa and Quali with an 28.5, I think,
It
in
was.
front of me. Yeah, I was so surprised because he was on a pad as well. And yeah, then I had also a very good lap. And this was a thing for me that he got a 5 place group penalty for. I don't know. Yes, it was a little bit annoying, but he's still very good on the pad, especially on Suzuka. It's so damn difficult. Yeah, I think especially the controllers are very hard to handle on these tracks. But in the next future races, it also will be quite difficult in Vietnam, I think, for the pad. But still, I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, try to go for it.
Nicely indeed, nicely indeed. Try to keep that momentum alive. And now, can we have a little little comments for German, please.
Ja, also ich bin wirklich sehr überrascht gewesen von Otapa in seinem Qualifying, wie er einfach mal die schnellste Runde gefahren ist mit einer 1,28,5. Das war richtig überraschend, weil mit dem Controller ist es richtig schwierig, auf dieser Strecke zu fahren, wie in Suzuka. Deswegen gratuliere ich dich nochmal zur Fast Pole Runde. Und ja, in den nächsten Strecken, so wie Vietnam, wird es auch schwierig für die Controllerfahrer, aber ich schaue einfach nach vorne und probiere wieder das Beste herauszuholen. Also, danke.
Dankeschön, Dankeschön. I love German language. It's a very beautiful one. and then and then Otapa for your own language on Slovakian.
Thank you, Vilzu. V prvom rade chcem pogratulovať Tobiasovi, naozaj odviedol neskutočnú prácu, naložiť niekomu 20 sekúnd v preteku, to sa tak často nevidí. Taktiež v kvalifikácii bolo, myslím, 2 desatiny alebo sekundu a pol rýchlejší, čiže ešte raz Tobias, gratulujem ti. Taktiež, aj keď Veltíňa sa neumiestnil na stupni víťazov, tak chcem pogratulovať aj k 4. miestu a naozaj ho pochváliť za to, že ma tak tlačil dozadu. To bolo naozaj niečo neskutočné, ako vyvíjal tlak tých 5 alebo až 10 kôl, vlastne som s ním bojoval na trati, čiže gratulujem aj Vojtiňovi a ospravedlňujem sa možno, ak ten manéver bol trošku ťažší v poslednom kole. A chceme pozdraviť Kika v čete. Kiko, čau čau. A gratulujem všetkým k umiestneniu v pretekov. Naozaj veľmi si to vážim, ďakujem za podporu Kiko aj všetkým ostatným, čo ste tu boli, a ďakujem Bohu za to, že sa mi naozaj podarilo to 3. miesto vybojovať. Čiže ešte raz gratulujem víťazovi Tobiasovi, veľmi dobrá práca a taktiež všetkým ostatným. Ďakujem, thank you.
Thank you for both of you. And that's the end of the press conference. So thank you for everyone in the chat to join to the race stream, and also thank you for both of you at the press conference. Really appreciated your time. Make sure to subscribe and like the European Racing Organization channel, and we are seeing next Saturday. Your commentator Brian Vilzu is commentating then. Thank you and have a good night.
Good night, ciao.
Hyvää yötä.